In this video I'm just going to show you how you can create a ringtone very quickly in TrakAxPC Pro. Here I'm just finding tracks in my iTunes library. So here's a track I want to use, and I can preview it before I bring it into the trakkutter in the media browser. Once I'm happy, I just double click on it and I bring it directly into the trakkutter, and then I click play to preview it in the trakkutter. So let's say I want to take a ringtone of the beginning where that scratches into the beat. So what I do is I hold down the shift button on my keyboard and the left button of my mouse to create a selection box. Then this selection box can be played, and anything that's in the selection box is the only thing that will play within the trakkutter. So you can create little loops and beats and sample them and cut them out. And now I'm just adjusting the size to get the length of the area that I want. And you might find when you're doing the selection box that it's snapping and not going exactly where you want. This is the snap to grid functionality. So right click and just uncheck snap to grid. That functionality is there as we try to create perfect loops. But if you don't want that, just right click and select unselect snap to grid. Then when I click play, only the area that's in the selection box will play within that area. So I'm just creating my loop here, and I can always hold my mouse over the selection box to actually tell me how long the selection is. So here it's 16 seconds. So I probably want to do about 20 seconds for my ringtone. So I can just expand the selection box. So I'm up to about 18 seconds there, and see what that sounds like. And then I'm just going to bring it back a little bit just to make a perfect cut of exactly what I'm looking to do here. So I'm pretty happy with that now. I'll just go back and play it now from that area. And once it's playing, you know, this is the only thing that's going to be exported, is the selection. So now that I'm pretty happy with that, all I have to do is then just click on the export button within the trakkutter, give it a name. So I'm going to call it ringtone number 2, and I can save it as MP3, WAV, AAC, but I'm going to save it as MP3 for my phone. And I can select different qualities. I'm going to select 128 because I don't want it too big on my phone, taking up too much space. So then I just click save and it renders it, and then I can just preview it to see how it sounds. So I've made a little loop of that track for my ringtone. Very, very simple. Just double click to bring it into the trakkutter, and you can see that it's this new little MP3 loop is now exactly what I cut and exported. So it's a pretty simple process. Double click to bring it in, then just hold down the shift key on your keyboard and the left button of your mouse to create the selection. Turn off the snap to grid if you don't want to snap to grid, and then you can just adjust the lengths at the beginning and end to create the length of selection that you want and the amount of audio that you want in the selection box. And then you just click on the export button to export that little selection to MP3 for your ringtone. I hope this helps, and if you've got any more questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Best regards, Cormac.